good morning, and welcome to a cinematic edition of Talk That Text. The
Number one tech morning show in the world. Good morning.
good morning, and I hope you guys had a good one, and you guys are able to rock with us today. Definitely glad that we have been going on this Monday morning. A lot of things are happening, so just wanted to start the show by saying, first of all, thank y'all for again supporting the show and doing all you can to rock with us. We do have an episode for you today. And so, that being said, how was your weekend, Trey?
Bro, my weekend was good. I didn't get to watch as much football as I would have liked. AKA, I got to watch zero, but it is still good. That also, trying to think. Okay, so yesterday, I'll just start with that because that's what I remember. We had an anniversary at the church, so it was an evening service. So I didn't have a morning service, just the evening service. So that was cool. Saturday is blanking on me. I know I didn't do much, but also I'm trying to figure out like what exactly I did. I can't remember, bro. So it wasn't too exciting, but nonetheless, that was my weekend in a can, I guess. How about yours?
Oh, weekend was good, man. Weekend was good. It was full. So basically, Friday, can't remember too much about that, but I know that Saturday we were planning to do family pictures. So planning to do family pictures, we're
Always
driving.
good.
Man, we're driving to the space, and my tire bust, and so
Oh man.
yeah, so I had to pull over to get some new tires from Costco and stuff like that. And thankfully, we were 15 minutes away from a place that I know, so it wasn't too
Good.
bad. We got that taken care of, and we got a few more stuff to do, but overall, it worked out. And so,
Well, that's how it be right there, boy.
yeah,
You didn't have to sweat out your outfit, right?
no.
Good.
I literally crawled it over to the place. I didn't even
Oh,
like try
okay.
to get like
Okay.
a tow truck, nothing. I just crawled it over, and it was fine because the way it was like the inner part of the tire blew out, but the rest of the tire was all right. So I just made it rock with what it was. So, but yeah, that was it for in regards to that. And then we had like a church picnic the next day, so it was pretty good. It was a pretty good weekend. I enjoyed myself, and I hope y'all enjoyed yourself as well. And I wanted to make sure that you guys are all good. And we got a lot to talk about. So, but let's know that you're watching us in the chat. Go ahead, put your comment of where you're tuning in from. Also, share a little bit about your weekend in the chat. We'd love to hear from you as well. And as you know, this is a call-in show too. So if there's any point or time that you want to call in about any particular topic that we're talking about, please interrupt us and call in. Let us know, and we will definitely love to chat with you as well. So we got stuff to talk about today. First things first. If you did not know, there is this lovely thing called vibe coding, but there's a few things that basically arise with that situation, especially when it comes to hacking and ransomware, but specifically ransomware in this one. So I'm gonna pass over to Trey to share more.
Yeah, bro. So, vibe coding is great. But just like anything, all good things, they also have an equal and opposite thing as well, which would be bad. And in this case, in the case of vibe coding, if you don't know what vibe coding is, it's just where you're able to use regular human words to code apps, to code, pretty much anything, websites, all of that. So using your regular normal words. And so it's a good thing for people who can't code, but people who have an elevated level of thinking, but also negatively, they can use it for bad. And that's what's been happening in this case. We have ransomware. Also, good morning, Maurice. Good to see you this morning. But ransomware attacks, they're now accessible to anyone with a Claude Pro subscription. So, AKA, if you're familiar with the LLM Claude, which would also be like ChatGPT, if you're not familiar with that, it's just a different version. It is Anthropic's version. Okay, that's the company, Anthropic. But the AI tools that are fueling these new era of cybercrime. All right, Anthropic's latest threat intelligence report shows that anyone can now run sophisticated cyber attacks using AI tools like Claude Pro, which is just their $20 a month subscription, which is practically nothing for someone who's trying to potentially make thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars stealing from others and other companies. Now, this vibe hacking, this is what they're calling it, right? And they're calling this trend vibe hacking, and it's just really AI coding these agents to autonomously run cyber attacks from start to finish. So they don't have to do anything anymore. They just put it in. All right, this is what I want to do. This is what I want it to do. And then it goes and just runs it all day, all night, 24/7. It's going to get somebody. Like, that's just a matter of numbers at that point. And so they're having to do less to get more. And in July of 2025, one operation used Claude Code to hit 17 targets in a month. Government, healthcare, emergency services, and religious groups, right? All in July, 17 targets. And the AI automated scanning for system weaknesses stole credentials. It set ransom demands and even wrote personalized ransom notes. So, by the way, this is not them, though. This is the agent. So all they did was push play, and it did everything else from there, including getting in the accounts, including, all right, this is, they probably set the parameters of what they wanted as far as the money and where to send it. But yeah, it did all the rest of that. So at this point, no expertise is needed in this, right? So if I wanted to do it, maybe not now, but a UK hacker nicknamed GTG 5004. First of all, what kind of name is that? He needs to be put under the jail just for that name. Who wants to call you that every time they say what's up? But anyways, he built and stole ransomware online for $400 to $1,200, despite lacking the technical skills. And Claude handled all the hard parts. So he basically was the shovel guy. So this shovel guy, this UK hacker, he built the shovels for the people who wanted to go and actually dig for gold. And he sold that ransomware for $400 to $1,200 one-time fee. So anyways, this shows that AI is removing these traditional barriers to just not only the real life side, but also on the cybercrime side. So I don't know, y'all, this is pretty crazy. Global cases, North Korea, they've used Claude to get fraudulent IT jobs at US companies. China integrated Claude into cyber operations against Vietnam infrastructures. Russia, hackers created advanced malware with AI's help. So you already know cybercrime it was definitely huge prior to AI, and it's only getting better or worse, however you want to put that. And obviously that also is an open door for the other side, right? The good guys, the Power Rangers. So, they're going to be able to come out with better ransomware. What is the name of that, bro? I can't, I'm blanking. Cybersecurity. Hello. Yeah. But yeah, so they're going to be able to come out with better cybersecurity as well. So, this is why we're seeing the rise in just this side of everything. So right now, y'all, Anthropic, they did ban malicious users. So they're building better detection systems and sharing info with law enforcement. So, but it also still admits that it is an arms race as criminals keep adapting. So they're still coming up with ways to get this ransomware and get these agents built, but Anthropic is on it as well. So, why this in the end, why it matters. Cybercrime is being democratized. Anyone can do it with AI right now. It's not just skilled hackers. Security experts, they're warning defenses. They got to shift from reactive to proactive, like get your stuff in order. AI attackers, they're faster and they're easier to get started. So yeah, bottom line, This is the end, or this is the era of AI powered ransomware. All right. And so this is a high bar, and hopefully it means more money for cybersecurity and the higher bar being set on that side to stop them. So that's where we're at right now, y'all. AI ransomware.
Yeah, man. What do you guys think about in the chat as you guys are formulating it? We got CCR in the building. Tech Coach Ralph. Go
What
ahead,
up?
Tech Coach Ralph. Good morning. Good morning. If you're not familiar with his channel, check it out. He basically goes on there all the time, working on different projects, and I'm pretty sure that this might be something that he's heard of or is dealt with already in some way, shape, or fashion. But while everybody's getting their opinion in the chat, I definitely want to share one thing that popped out as you were talking about it, was that, and this is something that we kind of talk about when it comes to AI, it's going to get to the place, like, because we know about the situation that happened recently where there was a guy, the researchers that are working on, I can't remind me, Tech Coach Ralph or Trey, or anybody else in the chat. There was a researcher that was working on an AI tool, and the AI tool basically said, if you shut me down, I'll tell you all your dirty laundry, the affair, and everything like that. And
I remember
so, so
that.
when you're talking and I'm listening to what you're saying, the fact that AI battling AI, right? That's what Tech Coach Ralph says. AI battling AI. What really kind of resonated to me was that the AI didn't just give advice like a Chat GPT or another sort of LLM. It literally acted as like, oh, let's do the thing together. So how can I help you? How can I help you steal data? How can I help you calculate ransom amounts and basically extortion? Like that to me is where we're like, okay, this thing is thinking on its own, and Sue is going to have its own crew of criminals running things on its behalf.
I
And
mean,
we
I'm
see,
sure.
yeah.
I'm
So
sure
then,
that's already there.
yeah. So you're thinking that you enter into the big boss, and the boss is AI in the back room somewhere, and only one person knows, and everybody else is like, and the person is like, oh, we saw it in the movie too. Remember that movie that on Netflix, Be Afraid, the movie Afraid. I won't tell
Mm-hmm.
everybody if y'all haven't seen the movie Afraid. I won't tell you what
Man, this
it's
movie's
about.
been out, man. Say it, bro.
Well, you had your chance, right? You had your
This
chance,
thing
right?
been out, man.
But like with Afraid, it was all about this basically this AI robot. Was not really a robot. It's like a how do I put it? It's AI that was put into like a decorative ornament that you could kind of put in your house, almost like an Alexa, right? But just bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And like Ted Coach Rob says, I think it was Claude too. So Claude has so back to back. Claude, we got some serious things. And Darby better watch out. It's like Ti versus Tip. So
Yeah, same,
that's
same,
hilarious.
same.
Oh, that's hilarious. But like if you did not see the movie Afraid, the whole point of that movie was basically like AI ran the whole thing from top to bottom. So they're trying to get help. They're trying to go to this person, try to go to that person, and they find out that basically AI got something on them too. So they all in cahoots together. They're all like, "Hey, we got to listen to the AI because it got my kids for ransom somewhere, or it knows this about me, or it has like this, and like, but it's a robot. What can it do? Nah. In that movie, you couldn't run away from AI.
Yeah,
And they basically had to become slaves at the end of the movie. So um, I'm saying slaves, but just being a little dramatic there.
yeah.
But the whole idea, man, is like the whole idea is that this thing that we love to use, we have to also be aware that it's smarter than us. And the more leashes or the more amount of time that we basically take it off a leash, things like this are going to pop up. And so we got a little taste of it with Terminator back in the day and Skynet. Obviously that was a movie, but the movies forecast a lot of different things. Like, I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow, but we saw it with Will Smith and I Am Robot. We saw a lot of different areas where it's like the tool has become the master in some cases, some way, shape, or form. And this is actually going to get pretty interesting in the next 5 to 10 years because it will eventually. I'm telling you, eventually, it won't be people just utilizing these tools. It's going to be these tools these AI tools finding ways to utilize people. That's my opinion, but I'll get.
Well, it depending on how you look at it, it already is, right? Like if I can build an outbound calling, thing that is making outbound calls and setting up appointments or confirming appointment, like, and I can also put in objective handling, like phrases and things that they can respond and rebut, like. It technically is already. Also, I've seen people who are able to create agents that continue to create agents, or they create agents that their whole thing, that like the only thing that they're supposed to do is one job, and then that job reports back to the main agent, right? So you got one AI that is over multiple other AIs that they all report back to this one main AI. And then that AI reports back to the human. So people are already setting up organizations where they're, the person behind the scenes or operations or whatever. And the CEO is this AI that's set up for CEO. And then you have, all of this stuff. So it's already happening. It's just a matter of scale from here, right? Yeah. Where you have one human and I have 100 employees, but they didn't tell you that the employees were AI. Like, oh, you need an invoice? Hey, all I need to do is send an email to this person at my job or at mycompany.com, and the invoice is set up. Yeah, I'm already seeing where people are tagging in a scheduler, like an assistant, where, hey, somebody wants to set up an appointment. And in that email thread, they just send an email to Anna@companyname.com, and it goes through the rest of it. So they don't even have to look at that email thread anymore. Hey, here's 3 dates. These 3 days don't work. All right, cool. Here's 2 more. This one works. Boom. It's set. It's set up on your calendar, their calendar. They don't have to look at it again. So this stuff is happening, bro. It's just going to be on a different scale.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like now it's like, okay, now it's like cool. CEOs even have their own AI agent. Either it's like a pin or something like that says, hey, I need to go to this hotel. I need to go at this location. It needs to be like next to this beach. It needs to be near this office. That's where we're meeting at this time. I want a direct flight. Make it happen. And it's like done. And the AI agent is behind the scenes as an assistant getting all that stuff done. Which is kind of going back to another thing regarding almost remedial jobs, remedial jobs being in jeopardy. And I heard this on the interview in the Breakfast Club. I thought it was really a good analogy. Remember when back in the day, which sounds crazy to say this, but I know somebody who was a toll booth operator. Right?
Oh well, yeah, because where you are, yeah,
because where I'm at,
we didn't even have those. We started off with the electronic joints, but
really. So back in the day, if you were from the tri-state area, or if you're even like on the Northeast, really, you had people that would literally take tolls. Like they're there. The whole job was you come, you pay them money, and you go. Then Easy Pass came in. Technology started pushing things up. Now our kids don't even know what a toll booth operator was. Like people actually did this job. Yeah. And so I think it's great. I think it's definitely something that shows how fast we're advancing. Good morning, NC workers. It's been a minute. Good morning.
What's happening now?
With us.
What's good?
This morning. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this as well. NC worker, thank you so much for rocking. And Tech Coach Rolf got a comment here I want to pull up real quick. He says, think about an AI agent that will look up someone's info on Facebook, LinkedIn, and customize their intro email to personalize it to get a better chance to close the deal. You can already do that too. You can already do that with Manus. You just give your credentials, it'll do it for you. That's just one of them. Yeah. What were you gonna say? Sorry, go ahead, Trey. What were you say?
Oh no, I said that. Yeah, I mean, there are agents that are already doing it and completing the email. Like all you gotta do is it's gonna draft it up and hey, let me see, does this look right? Yeah. All right, press send. Boom. And then, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's someone who has that parameter off. They're like, hey, I trust you. I trained you enough. Go fly, Eagle, go fly. And and all they do is show up, and their appointments are booked, and all they got to do is close them down. So it's getting to a point where if you're not at least thinking about using this stuff or using it, you're gonna get walked. Like somebody's gonna walk the dog on your butt because they are, and they understand how. And you're wondering, man, why can't I crack this leaderboard? Yeah, it's because somebody is paying some assistance, and it's only costing them $20 a month, $40 a month, and you doing everything by yourself, and somebody else is yeah, man, I decided to hire an assistant or 2 or 3, and it's changing the game for them, because it's you think about $40 to do whatever, whatever kind of deals you have, it's worth it if you can set it up.
Yeah. And it leads me to another question, because I think a lot of people are still on this wave of, hey, we need to get rid of ChatGPT or AI and
Good luck.
how we're using it. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. If you're going to chat, definitely want you to share your opinion about this. But what is your thoughts on it? For real. Do you feel like because of these concerns or fears or the issue with ransomware that we just talked about, that they should shut it down? Because I know that NYC, they try to do that for public school because they feel like all the kids are cheating. Right? They try to shut that down. This was back in 2023. And it was only like that ban only lasted until May 2023. It's like,
yeah, I bet.
Because it's at the point you have to ask yourself, is it better for AI to be to try to shut it down completely? Because people, by human nature, they're going to try to get so. If you tell them you can't do this, they are going to say, well, how can I get it done? We see a lot of that in history, and we know human nature by now that says, I'm going to find a way because you banned it. So what is your thoughts, y'all, on us? And this is for the chat as well. What are your thoughts in regards to how we should adopt AI, especially in light of all the ways that it's been used? Not just for, not in a negative way, really, but there's also positive. I want to hear your thoughts, y'all. What do you think in the chat? Take Coach Ralph says, if you don't make them feel bad, Joseph, they will never adapt. If you don't make them feel bad, Joseph, they will never adapt. So he's like, make it feel bad.
Basically. Yeah, I mean, this is it's something to think about, but in my opinion, they're looking at it from the wrong lens, right? Like, literally, they didn't want calculators in the classroom when they first came out, like, probably, I think, I don't know. I feel like they didn't. I feel like that's the story I read. They didn't want calculators in there, but at the end of the day, it's an aid. It's an aid. And so you got to figure out, how can I, as the teacher or as the district superintendent or whatever they call them in your area, how can I allow this, but in a way that is, in a way that's helpful and not harmful? AKA, like, no, if you're using school computers and stuff like that, or maybe if you're in the area of the school, no, you can't use it for that type of search. Or if you do try and search something, like look up something, it actually doesn't give you the answer. It walks you through how to solve the answer for yourself. And all so I don't know the answer to that, but what I do know is just totally trying to eliminate it is probably not going to work. I don't think so. It's probably why that didn't last long where you are. But it's interesting. I have Tech Coach Ralph, and it's interesting because the scores, the scores and the numbers that they're doing is soon gonna be hard to deny.
Yeah,
if I'm being honest. I've been keeping an eye on it. Now, they ain't for the lighthearted when it comes to them pockets. They hitting people over the head. So, but I think it's like $500 or something like that, or 5,000. It's one of those. Anyway, a month. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. 2 hours a day, and AI is, but they've trained it in a way where it is helping these students really learn and score well. It's going to be hard to deny after a while, man. Yeah, I know it's a lot of people against it.
Yeah, so for those on the podcast who are probably wondering what we're talking about, Tech Coach Ralph did say, have y'all heard of alpha schools used to AI personalized learning for students 2 hour academic school days? I have. And I think that was made popularized by the singer Police. Her son, at least from my understanding, she had an interview. I don't remember who she had an interview with. Was it
Mm,
Shannon? But she had an interview with someone, and she basically said, "Yeah, my son does it. I travel. I'm a musician. I live in parts of Africa, various countries. She goes to visit, and basically 2 hours a day, it would sit there and work with him. And it's like the technology is one that would not just say, "Okay, you got the right answer, good." Do you understand what you got? No, I don't. What don't you understand about it? And it really kind of on a granular level tries to understand and teaches a kid in the best way they can learn, and then it goes on the rest of the day. Just 2 hours a day of doing that, and like you said, there some of those kids, at least from what I'm hearing, are scoring really well. Like I think, and don't quote me on this, but like her son is apparently a year in advance of his peers because it's 2 hours a day,
yeah,
which makes you kind of scary if you're a teacher. You're like, man, I get 8 hours with these kids, and this machine is helping other kids be advanced at least a grade level above with just 2 hours of work. So is there a lot of fluff in schools? Like, what's going on? I'm just playing. Teachers don't get mad at me. I'm just saying.
I mean,
But think about it
ultimately,
though.
look at college. Well,
Yeah.
the first 2 years, I'm not saying it's a lot of fluff, but the first 2 years, bro, like at the end of the day, it's the same no matter where you go.
Mm,
Like whether you're at a community college or the Duke University paying fifty
a lot of
thousand
money.
dollars a semester.
Yeah.
It's the same as the first 2 years. So like the question is why, and why do I
Mm,
have to why do I have to pay that
yeah.
amount for that when I'm going here for this specific reason? It's the
Yeah.
same thing. Yes, personally, I believe it is a lot of fluff.
Yeah. And I think that that's something that we need to kind of like keep in mind too is that teachers, even doctors, because there's certain surgeries that are like robotics are a part of that now, where they're literally just managing the robot that's doing it, and because they're not having that human error, because as we know, there's a lot of insurance and malpractice. They're basically having these robots doing perfect decisions, going in, doing what they need to do, and technology is kind of getting, especially in the medical field, is getting caught up where it's like we're going back to that thing we always say. It's not going to be the person that has a skill set as much as the person that has the understanding and the skill set when it comes to utilizing AI. That is going to be remaining. I'm going to go to the comment section real quickly, and then Trey, if you want to add something, you can add for that. But Tech Coach Ralph says it's a waste of time. And I think he's referring to school, and he said also that it's expensive now because it's new, but wait for the
Yeah,
competition to come, which it will come because there'll be alpha, then beta schools, and
if I'm not
right.
mistaken, bro, um, if I'm not mistaken, I think this might be a different one than the one that I was thinking about. But I'm also seeing they got one in Fort Worth. I might need to see what's going down.
Is it
They
like
got
a
one in
physical
Fort Worth.
location?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Oh,
they got
interesting.
New York, they got Fort Worth, and then a few other locations around the U.S. But yeah, I need to look it up at the original one that I seen just to make sure that it's Alpha School because I
Yeah.
think they might have another one. But it was a lot more expensive. This one just says Alpha School says $1,000 deposit, and then they'll give you that into your tuition once it's done. I don't know the full cost though, but
Yeah.
the other one I knew the cost. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. I don't know, man.
Yeah, because he also said, I don't know, we'll go through all the comments. He also said they do have a physical location and an online one, so it might be that. But yeah, especially the way that people can utilize technology right now to set up a school, it's gonna get easier to do something like that. And they could probably say, you know what? How about we tailor the school to a certain demographic of people, certain cultural, right? Like appropriation. So let's say there's somebody who's saying like, hey, I want this to be geared towards a certain type of student, whatever neurodiverse student, right? Let's just use that for example. They may struggle with ADHD, they may struggle with concentration or other things. Let's have an AI school dedicated to them, and that could teach them the way they learn. So we're gonna
Yeah,
definitely see some spin-offs and things of that nature that's gonna allow this thing to be even more personalized for students.
yeah. You do that, you're able to charge even more premium
Yeah. Yes.
because you're specialized.
You're specialized in a particular Right, and it's the educators that could partner with the technologists to make it happen that are going to see it. And this is where entrepreneurship comes. I think it's going to be more important for us. Is not the sense of being the people that are the ones implementing things, but creating businesses that are around the AI that then they're doing the stuff for us. That's probably the next place. Let me go to the comment section real quickly because Techo dropped it. Add a couple of things. The only thing I remember from theater appreciation was Stella from a streetcar named Desire. Oh man, well listen, if you
Theater
don't remember anything
appreciation.
sociology, adult anthropology, and humanities, I did cheat all the classes though. We won't tell your professor; they know now, but we won't tell them later on. We won't tell them that they're not gonna take back your credit, so it's they're not gonna take your degree back or whatever. But there definitely some things that it's just like, do I really need to know that? It's cool to know, but you don't remember it. The brain only could the brain only could do so much right now. We have a bunch of knowledge information in front of you. But listen, y'all, let us know how you feel about this in the chat. There's definitely a lot of things we could cover about this particular topic, and we're going to get into something that actually is going to affect you, especially in this market. People are looking for jobs. This is something that we're going to definitely talk about, so stay tuned. But before we get into that segment, we got the tech wire for you today, baby. Trying to be like my best trader. But yeah, so we got the tech wire today. Just gonna go a couple of different events that are happening, and you probably heard me talk about this already, but I want to make sure that I remind y'all what's going on at this neck of the woods. And if you're not familiar with the tech wire, it's about upcoming events. It's about upcoming mixers, things of that nature, about getting you outside and getting you connected. And so we got Sisters in Sale, September 18th to the 20th in the Brooklyn, New York. 350 starting for that one. September 18th to the 20th. Africon 25 in Atlanta, Georgia. You also have September 18th to the 20th, Tech and Wealth Summit 25, Seattle, Washington, 22nd and 27th, Tulsa Tech Week in Tulsa, Oklahoma, 26th to the 24th to the 26th, National Black MBA Conference, Houston, Texas. And last but not least, 26th to the 27th, BTS Digital Empowerment Summit in Detroit, Michigan. That's Black Tech Saturdays. They're having a digital empowerment summit. You want to check that out in Detroit. And that is the rundown for Black Tech Global. If you want to find out more for yourself, just go to blacktechglobal.com, your premier source for all tech related information. Yeah, man. Tech Coach Rouse says, I was in high school in classes with college girls. My focus was different.
Wow. Yeah, you was out of there before it started, bro. That's cold as ice.
Cold as ice. Oh,
yeah.
Man. Well, one
I
thing
don't know why they did that to you.
Yeah, that definitely was not smart on their end. They don't know. They didn't see the movie that about those weird signs. The one you shared with me about those boys. Oh boy. Well, listen. One thing you gotta definitely be looking out for is the rise of these boss scams, and they have been something that I've heard about. I've seen about it. I actually was not a victim to it, but I did get a text message that somebody impersonated my boss and said, "Hey, this is your boss. I need your help." I'm like, even though my boss knows who I am, my CEO doesn't know who I am. He ain't gonna text me in the middle of the night. So I'm like, I'm gonna talk about this because it's something that happened to me. So
that's crazy.
So
that's crazy.
It did. I think I still no. I reported junk. I don't think I have it anymore. But if I can find it, I will send a screenshot. Yeah, let me see.
That's wild. So while he's looking, y'all, boss scams. This is absurd to me. Like I don't understand. It really. I don't know. This stuff makes my blood boil because I'm like, how are you falling for this?
Did you see it?
How are you falling for this? Check it out. Let's see. Yeah, all we saw was hello, Joseph.
Hello, Joseph. Thanks. Let me know if you get my text. Thanks. And then it says the boss. It says my boss's name, which is so random. We don't even communicate. Everybody communicates via Slack. So anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So no, you good. So what is a boss scam? All right. This is a fast growing fraud where criminals pretend to be the company's either supervisor or CEO in Joseph's case, and they trick these employees, mainly focusing on more new hires, right? This is how they try and get you. And they're tricking them into either sending money or sensitive information for the company, right? Or themselves. And so how it works, basically the scammers, they find new hires on LinkedIn or company announcements, and then they act like the boss, whether it's email, text message, or chat, and they're creating these urgent and like messages and secrecy, like, hey, you know, urgent, but don't tell nobody. Urgent, but hey, you know, let's get this done fast. So anyways, the common request, and this stuff makes me laugh, man. I'm sorry. But anyways, the common request is to buy gift cards and then send the codes or share the company or personal data. Like, I don't know. If I was a new person, there's no way in the world. There's no way in the world. First of all, I don't even know you.
Yeah.
There's no way in the world. Whether we're in office or online, I'm like, if you're in office, well, you're gonna come up to me. You're not gonna ask me to buy gift cards for the company just on email, and I'm sitting across from you or down the way from you. And then even if we're online, I'm like, I'm new. There's no way I'm doing something that I don't know about. I'm like, you're gonna have to call me on Zoom and walk me through it, or you can just get somebody else who maybe been in the company longer. I'm not about to lose this new good job I just got. It's a good job. I'm not about to lose this for you. Because you told, hey, get one of my other teammates to do it. And then if it goes well for them, I'll ask them how to do it and we can do it next time. This stuff makes me sick, man. Anyways, why the new workers fall for it? Okay, they want to make a good impression. I don't care like that up front. Number two, they don't yet know workplace norms or who to trust. Man, listen, you better find somebody. When you get in that new company, find somebody that you can, you know, hey, how do you know, what's the decorum here? How do you need somebody who you can talk to like that. If it's not the supervisor, there's no way I'm doing this just to look good. Like, oh yeah, no, I'll go buy some donuts for the team, you know? And then number three, messages often look real, using info scraped from social media or company sites. This is why it's also good and important. You got to be watchful. You got to really scope out the situation. I can look at somebody, hear them for a little bit. All right, I know this email, either they're trying to sound professional. They don't talk like this. They don't talk like that. I just heard you in the office. You don't talk like that. So, but you got to be aware of those type of things. So anyways, y'all, yeah, these new tactics, though, with AI, criminals, they're using AI to mimic writing styles, voices, and even video calls, making scams harder to spot. But bro, is it like right now? It is. It's harder, but it's just some stuff I'm not gonna do. Like, and we gotta, you know, stop trying to be people pleasing to the max, where you just willing to do anything. Maybe run some stuff by somebody. You know, get that best buddy, and then, hey, do we ever have to send gift cards to anybody? Leave it vague. Let them ask or something like, nah, I ain't never had to do that. I've been here 6 years. All right, cool. This stuff don't make sense. But anyways, y'all, these attacks, the smaller ones, they do and can lead to bigger crimes if you're not careful and you do give up this information, like ransomware, business email compromise, all of that. So, you know, how to stay safe. Number one, this stuff is hilarious, man. Never buy gift cards, send codes, or transfer money just because someone asks, even if they seem like they're your boss. Number two, verify the request through official channels before acting. And then number three, train, like you go through the training and that culture at work that can help employees feel more safe by double checking unusual requests. Yeah, I don't know. They're really trying to really hit you in your first few weeks, right? So if that's the case, if you do get hit up, and you just remember that, like, man, I just started this job last week. Why are they asking me this question? Oh, that's right. Joseph and Trey said, nah, this is probably a boss scam. And so just make sure you verify, man. Keep that awareness up.
You know what's funny? I was literally watching a clip before I talk about it, I'm gonna go to the comment section because Tech Coach Ralph says you are a different generation, Trey. Because a lot of people aren't necessarily doing the same thing. He also said that probably should take a college class on workplace norms instead of theater application. It's a
Yeah,
little more
yeah.
applicable for life. So, could just call the person who sent you the message, asking them for more details. I don't even want to give them that much because then all of a sudden, now they know like this number works. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, we got him now. I'm gonna send up to all my scammer friends to flood his inbox, his text message, and so that's why I don't respond to those or just report junk. I'm not sure if you have a topic for today. Did y'all hear a topic settled with lawsuit? Yes, I did hear that. I was thinking about that topic, but we could definitely talk about it next week. But I did hear about them and the lawsuit with the book authors because people be like, oh, I just want to know this. I want to just get the free copy of this book now.
Yeah,
And it
yeah. Hey man,
I did see
give it
that.
up.
I did see that.
And then you throw the whole thing into a voice agent. Now you got the audio version.
And you're just chilling, like, I got it now. There's a clip. I literally saw this clip yesterday. But I can't remember which movie it's from. I think it's a movie called Warfare. I might be wrong. But basically, he's like this soldier is basically trapped, and he's trying to communicate over the radio. And the guy's like, "Oh yeah, just tell me your location, and we'll get a med back out to you." He's like, "Listen, I ain't asked for all that. I just needed to da 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 da." And then he said something. He kept talking to this radio guy, and the guy's like, "Yes, Sergeant, I just need to know where you are. Just if you don't have a flare, just stand up and show me where you are." He's like, "What's my rank again?" And he said, "Sergeant." And it's like, I hear the accent in your voice. He's like, "Oh, you have found my disguise." It was the enemy the whole time, right? The enemy the whole time was trying to get him to stand up so he could snipe him out, basically.
Get him.
So that's how I feel about these tech scams. Is that they're trying to get you to say something or do something. It's like when you get those phone calls, you say hello, nothing, and then they hang up. I'm like, are they cloning my voice? Like, what's going on with this? I'm not trying to give the enemy any more ammunition to do it to me. Well, listen, I don't know what movie it was, but that's just one scene. So you got a whole plot to basically. Well, I'm not
You say you just ruined it for him.
Well, listen, not the whole thing. Anyway, so I met your boss at work via site, which you see. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. So for those in the podcast, says no, I met your boss at work via Slack messages to see if they really are them. Slack,
I figured that's what he was talking about.
Yeah, I want to give. This is the first time I'm gonna say this because at first I was like, "What's the point of?" That's what's the point, but I'm like, another messaging thing. Slack is clutch in these cases because you already know that you could go. You can even do a call through there via huddle if you need to get somebody. Like if somebody huddles me, it comes to my phone like a regular phone call. So there are like tools like that within the workplace. It helps with identifying these situations because all you gotta do is say, you know what, I'm gonna just Slack him. Did you send me a text message? And he'll be like, no, I didn't. But that's true. That's true. So all that mess up the movie for you wasn't worth it because you didn't have to hear that. But yeah, y'all, what do y'all think about what was said? Obviously, I was almost a victim of it, but I came up in the same generation as Trey.
That's crazy.
You ain't gonna get me. You ain't gonna fool me.
Nah.
I'm not trusting that easy. No, siree, Bob.
I just need I don't know, man. I think there needs to be a show where people talk about this stuff. Like, how did you fall for it? Like, what were you doing at the time? Like that you fell for something like, I was eating a donut and yeah, like, and so I just hit accept, and next thing I know, all my money was gone. Like, you got to be doing something. There's no way you're paying attention. All the signs of it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm tripping.
Nah, you're not. Yeah, you're not tripping. I think it's just that we're what's the word? I mean, first of all, it is getting better.
Yeah, for sure.
We heard about AI calling people sounding like a person. I've actually heard somebody in my workplace because we're playing with different AI agents and stuff like that for the work that we do, and the voice agent sounded exactly like them. Like it was, and they asked them like, how'd you get my voice? He's like, yeah, I just used a couple clips from a meeting that we had, and I was able to make it sound like you. Even though it was fun and games in the work environment, people are doing that maliciously outside.
Mm-hmm.
So I do want to give people a little bit of grace when it comes to the voice agent stuff, because the voice it's getting pretty good. The only thing is we can't fall for the African prince who needs us to wire money. Those stuff have to be done and over with. Like we've seen too many of that to be like, you know what?
Man, if that's
Move
still
up.
is
Here
that
you go.
still working?
Listen,
Well,
I don't
if that
know.
is still working in 20 and 25, you need your
This
butt whooped.
this right here, for those in the podcast, Tech Coach Ralph says, imagine how easy it would be to clone a content creator's voice and likeness.
They already doing it. I know.
Yeah.
I watched an episode with MKBHD. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that. He's a tech YouTuber, influencer, content creator. But I watched a video where he was talking about that. Like companies have done that to him, like for ads type of deal. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good news, by the way, Tech Coach Ralph. I quoted the wrong movie, so it's not the movie you want to watch. So you're good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you're good. But what was I gonna say? Go ahead. Go ahead. Keep going, Trey. I lost my train of thought. So say something, and then I found
Yeah.
out.
So no. Tech Coach Ralph, he said that some people are still looking for their high value prints, so don't kill their vibe. Listen, bro, you gotta like. I don't know whether you're a man or a woman. Look in the mirror, man. Look in the mirror, and really, really take an account.
That's
Do I
funny.
deserve this high value prince or princess?
Oh
Like,
man.
and you gotta really think about it before you send that message or before you send that money. You know what? I'm gonna find my high value prince over here. I'm not gonna send them. Forget that. I'm not gonna send that money.
Oh, but
You gotta really think about it, man.
this is very Kevin Samuel-esque right now.
Oh my bad. I don't know. I was just saying, bro. Like,
He said, look in the mirror.
look in the mirror, man. And you can take that how you want to take it. Is it Michael Jackson look in the mirror, or is it, hey, I just woke up, crust in my eyes, head, I haven't had a haircut in 15 weeks, like that kind of look in the mirror. Take it how you want,
Got a dark
but look in the
skinned
mirror.
man, looks like Michael Jackson. Got a
No,
oh man.
I'm talking about. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. I think he was, thinking on a deeper level. So that's what I'm saying. If you want to take it that route, or if you want to take it literally, do it before you send that money.
Man.
Look, man, everybody don't deserve the prince. I'm just being honest. We got regular people out here that deserve you. Go with the regular person, man. You ain't ready for that prince life anyways. You in there with 15 other women. Now look at you. You know you didn't want that. You didn't want that.
Oh man, listen. I never thought it would be a relationship show, but it's coming. It's coming. Jay Rena says, "Good morning, everyone.
Hey,
Glad
good morning. Good morning, Rena.
caught it live. Thank you so much."
Sorry, Rena. You just came in.
Yeah. She's like, "What are they talking about? Relationships?"
I know, right? Yeah, because people falling for these scams. They falling for these scams, and they gotta stop.
Listen, man. It's been a long time. A long time.
That one been since the 90s. If you falling for the Prince joint, that was the 90s.
AOL, dial up. You got mail. Prince is here. Whoa! You gonna send me that? Send me that wire. Listen, we gotta not fall for these scams. So listen, when I got that text message, I'm like, we gotta talk about this too, because it's actually on a rise, and we've actually talked about it in the past in a different way with. And the reason I want to bring it up is because not only for people that are just getting new jobs, but we talked about it a while back with before the billions, when he was on the show, when he was going through his job hunting time, basically, before he got where he's at right now. He used to get hit with this a lot, but it was in an interview process where they'd be like, "Hey, just send me over everything," and everything looks legit. He gets in a voice meeting, nobody's there, like, "What's going on?" And or the person doesn't show their face, and then it's like, bro, scam.
Nah.
And it's they're really targeting the most vulnerable among us, which is people looking for jobs. The market is crazy right now.
Yeah.
It's not as easy like it was when we first entered into the tech market a few years ago. And I can imagine when Tech Coach Ralph entered it, it was different as well. Right now, we're actually in a place where we got a couple of things going on.
Although I will say though,
Yes, I know them Africans, them.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Jay Reader says, "Oh man, yeah, I heard about the guy who. Oh, Tech Coach Ralph said, y'all heard about the guy who said ChatGPT make him think he discovered a new
bro.
type of math."
I watched that whole thing. I watched that whole thing, and I'm like, bro, what are you saying? What are you talking about?
Oh man, that's funny.
But that's where I'm saying, like, you got to look in the mirror. You think you discovered a new math? You ain't thought about this dude was older, right?
Okay.
Got an older son. I'm like, you ain't thought about math in 20 years, and now all of a sudden you came up with a new math. But this was like, you just gotta sit and think. If that was me, and I'm like, I don't know about that. I ain't thought about math in 15 years. How all of a sudden I done created a new math?
It's been a while.
And then you got to think logically, like, isn't math supposed to be like one of the universal languages? If you came up with something new, how's that like, we got to stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the movie again. Tech Coach Ralph says he thought he was Russell Crowe from A Beautiful Mind.
I never seen that one.
Oh,
I never seen that one.
You love it. You like it. You like it. You like it. Definitely watch it when you get a chance this week. I'm gonna watch it this week as well, probably on vacation or a couple weeks when I go on vacation.
Yeah, we gotta get real with with what's really going on, like, or also get out and really talk to real people too, because that probably could have saved that dude. If he would have been like, you know what, let me go talk to the smartest math person that I know, and then maybe have them talk to the smartest math person that they know. Somebody gonna tell you like, bro, this is nonsense.
This is not new math.
No, this is nonsense.
This is all calculus,
or not even, not even real at all. Like, but like Tech Coach Ralph said, AI, it doesn't like to tell you that you're wrong, so it likes to encourage you, right? Like, man, you're doing good. Yeah, this is crazy.
Like a mother that has a child, that is like, you're doing good, baby. You doing good.
You gotta let them know.
He did try to talk to the CIA, and I said, imagine that conversation. You go to the CIA, it's like, look, I got something that is top secret. You can't tell nobody, and they just look at each other like,
bro. They putting the mic, they putting the phone on mute and having a good old cackle. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking if they black, they slapping their knee, they going crazy with it. Getting back on the phone, you hearing them laugh just a little bit before they get back. Sorry, sir. Yeah. So you said that you did what now? Like, yeah, we gotta stop. We gotta stop.
Yeah, we gotta stop. Jay Rena says ChatGPT showing how intelligent some humans are.
100%.
The truth, girl.
100%. 100%.
That's the only issue that I have when it comes to what was going on here. Is one of the issues I have with the kids using it is I want the kids to be developed enough to understand right and wrong, so they don't believe everything ChatGPT gives them. That's one thing. I think it's easier for us as adults to kind of figure that out because we have our frontal corporal. What do they call it? I can't say right now.
Frontal cortex? I don't even know.
Yeah, that's developed, right? So we got a better sense of decisions and basically being able to do that, right? But the younger generation, they were like, "Oh, this is true. Okay, cool. I could drive a 14 years old because ChatGPT told me." Yeah,
and I don't know. People do that anyway, though, right? We call them headline readers, right? Where all you read was the headline, and you running with it. Like adults do that mess all day, every day. So
that's why we had this show. So we could dive deeper into the headlines. Tickle Ross says, "LOL, adults believe what is said
there you go
because they complain about it when they find out it's wrong."
100%.
That's big.
100%.
Big facts, man. It'd be just like, did you even read what that thing said? Just running. Listen, y'all. this first of all, thank y'all for rocking with us. Before you move on to anything else, I want to say thank you again. And we have this shout out section that we do for everybody that has commented today. So if you want to get a shout out, all you gotta do is comment, and we'll shout you out. We got a Reese. Good morning, all. She said, "Good morning." That's the first comment she said. Techo Trap has a flu of them. I had a good morning from Sexos Ralph as well. Thank you for commenting. NC Worker as well. Thank you for commenting. And last but not least, we got Jake Rena in the building. Good morning, and glad that you're able to catch us live as well. Thank you so much, y'all, for commenting and joining the show. And we definitely want to say we appreciate you all for doing that.
Yeah, man. Look at Jay Rena. Jay Rena got the swoop going on. Got the blessed at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? She's feeling good this morning. She's gonna have a good work week. I can already tell.
Oh, it's a done deal. It's over. Like it's good. Like she come back and be like, listen, I discovered the cure for cancer. I'm good. She's gonna she's gonna have an amazing one. She's gonna have an amazing week. I believe it. And unfortunately, this situation wasn't amazing in this brown box special, but we're gonna talk about it real quickly. When do you realize you're being fired before getting fired officially? That's the question. When did you realize you were getting fired before you got fired officially? This comes credit from Reddit. All right. My boss at the time, who has become a really good friend, or in the time after at least, was stuck in meetings one afternoon when I knew that was not the norm. She looked sad while we were walking to the garage after work. The next day after lunch, she suddenly says, "We have a meeting everyone needs to go to." I looked her straight in the eyes and asked if we're being fired.
It's always
which was
somebody.
honestly a regular joke I made, and she didn't answer. That was the moment I realized we're all about to be laid off. Side note, the meeting room we were laid off in was called Party in the Back. It was not a party, LOL. And the businesses should really think about meeting room names and what they're used for. So
that's hilarious.
That is hilarious. There's a time that I think I was fired before I was fired. I'll tell you this one story. This is when I was temping, right? And I didn't, and basically, back in the day, I was really Oliver Twist on these temp jobs. Like, please, sir, may I have some more? Like I was trying to stake my claim. I was very young in the workforce. I was trying to get some just experience, and so I was working for this company, and I won't say what it was, whatever, but it was, I'll say it's in New York. And basically, there was a person that was about to get let go from this temp job that we had. But I thought I was busting my butt working hard. Nobody said anything to me, but they said, "Oh, this person's going." So I said, "Okay, all right, cool." And I just kept on working and do whatever. And I asked the person, like, "Okay, so, what's the person that's supposed to be our manager at this position, at this place? Not the one that works for the tech agency. The one works for the job." So I said, "Okay, what's next for me?" And she's like, "Oh, you didn't know?" I said, "Didn't know what?" "Oh, yeah, today's the last day too. See you later." The Lord hit you with a door. Just cold as ice. Just like,
yeah.
I think that was like one of my last temp jobs ever. I was like, listen, I
ain't built for this.
Yeah, actually, no. I think I continued. I went to another place.
Got you.
I got hired from that company afterwards. But that temp job is you have your heart in your sleeve all the time. You think you're gonna make it happen there. They're like, nah,
nope.
You don't want
nope.
But that was a cold as ice one. I didn't even see that one.
Yeah, that one's wild. I will say I've so I haven't been in that, but I've experienced it at the job that let everybody go except for like 12 of us. That's really how they did it. Like one day they were all in a big meeting, and for a long time, like we just all out on the floor. It's like 1,200 people that works here in this building, and everybody's out on the floor. There's no managers and stuff, and then all of a sudden, like, it's just a different vibe when they actually came out. And then, I don't know, I think like maybe within the next couple of days, yeah, it was just big groups of folks that, had to go to one of our way huge meeting rooms, which we had a lot of meeting rooms with a bunch of different names, none like that. They were, names of like movies and all this kind of stuff. But and they were getting laid off. But yeah, so I've seen that for sure. That same specific setup. It was pretty wild. And everybody has that one person at the job that always asks, are we about to get fired or are we getting fired? Mm-hmm. I remember hearing that multiple times, like from different people. Like, I'm like, dude, we gotta work on your mind. We gotta work on your mindset because it can't be fired every time. Like sometimes it needs to be, are we about to get a raise or something, like something? But
Ted Coach Rob makes a good point. I've seen this before too. Some companies you find out when you can't log into your computer, especially if you're.
I done seen that.
What happened? You get a call right afterwards. HR. This is HR here.
So I haven't seen that in person, because in person they just they go to the room with the manager, and then while they're in there, the lead of the team is at their desk shoving brown stuff into the brown box, like all their belongings, so that they don't have to come back out to the floor. They just go through the front door, and then they meet them at the front door with a brown box. Yep. So I haven't seen that though, but I've seen it online. Like I've watched people get fired, and they were telling before they show the call, they show that, I just couldn't log in to my stuff. I'm like, dang, that's cold as ice.
Yeah,
you wake up, really think you're about to get started. Like, wait a minute. Let me restart my computer.
I had that one time happen to me when my boss asked me to do stuff. I'm like, I can't get in my computer. I already left the job though, and then afterwards I said I'll stay on until you find somebody. And then they said, hey, how's that other job looking for you? And I said, But they were still asking me to do stuff. My computer was like, computer was like I can't log in. So I was like, and I'm like, y'all don't even have like what do you guys have that people want? Like that you would need to do that. Like you ain't that type of
you know how some companies, man, they be thinking they're bigger than they are. Hey, let's do this on this level.
You ain't that type of business. no secrets here.
I steal all this stuff and sell it. Oh wait, there's nothing to steal.
Nothing to steal. Anyway, that's a situation with one company. Tech Rob said fired is different from layoffs and delayed layoffs too.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, they gotta do stuff with a different decorum when it's different, when it's laid off.
Retaliation. I learned that.
Exactly.
All right, y'all. Well, we appreciate you again for rocking with us on another episode of Talk That Tech, the
#1 tech morning show in the world. We'll see y'all next week, baby.
Peace and